Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. As you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about challenges after having your baby. So we're just going to have a nice little chit chat today. We won't be cooking. We won't be talking about food for the most part. We're just going to have a nice casual conversation because I feel like and before I even say that, I really pondered whether or not I wanted to come on here and even have this discussion. I think it is important for people to have different or to see the different views of pregnancy and motherhood, okay? So for me, I look on YouTube, I look on Instagram, and I see a lot of nice curated feeds. And I look at my life, and that is just not how it is in reality. And I think most people are like me, as opposed to what you see on YouTube that is nicely curated, or it may not be curated. It just may be that those individuals have a lot of help or have a team behind them that make it seem very easy. So we're just going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the challenges. For those of you that have never seen one of my videos, have never, seen me on YouTube, just a little bit about myself. My name is Shay. Typically on my channel, you will find videos on cooking, typically fast and easy meals for working moms, at least pre-pandemic. But for a lot of us, we're at home still, and the meals are easy, but not necessarily fast all the time. So that's typically what you will see on my channel, along with maybe some meal prep or things like that if you go back, back a little while in my YouTube videos there. But last year, I gave birth to my third child, and he's here because he's not cooperating today either. But he's really sweet, but he's just not cooperating, and we'll talk about it here in just a second. But this is my third child. I have a 13-year-old, soon to be 14-year-old, a 9-year-old, soon to be 10 years old, and then he will be 3 months by the time you all see this video when it is uploaded. So I have a nice 10-year gap between pregnancies. So your girl was literally out the game. We were not having any more kids. And then we were blessed with this precious little baby boy. And he is truly a gift to us. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm complaining, because we are blessed to have him. And I cannot imagine my world without him in it. But to say that being pregnant at almost 39 years old with your third child, there was a huge difference in the pregnancy, and there's a huge difference after the pregnancy in regards to my body, my emotions, my capabilities, what I am not able to do. And I just wanted to share those with you. So I have a little pad here with some notes on it. So if you see me glancing down, it's because I got to take a look. And we're going to talk about the first thing right now. It is staying focused, okay? Uh-oh. I know. I'm sorry. And he is cranking up. But the first thing, honestly, is my focus. Hold on. We'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. He's still here, but he's breastfeeding right now. But what I was saying is I have a hard time staying focused. And when I say these, they're not in any particular order. It's just random. I have a hard time staying focused. So there's a lot going on, and it's just a lot going on in my household right now. But my mind is like all over the place, like to the point where I literally cannot even tell you what I wore yesterday. Like there's just, I don't know if you guys feel like that, but I feel like there's just no more space up there. Like there's no more space for anything else to go unless I pull something out. Like literally. I'm having to do some things to kind of help with it. But like, it's just like a fog up there, like a mental fog. And I think a lot of that has to do with sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation hits a little bit different when you are 38, 39 years old. Just say 40. I'm rounding up when you say 40. Now, I know this is different for everyone. I function at my prime during regular hours, 9 to 5. Literally, like, I shouldn't say 5, 9 to 9. Okay, so I'm not one of those that just easily stays up late and just easily gets up in the morning. Like, I don't fit into either of those categories. So I say that because even before the baby, like, I needed my sleep. Like, I needed a full 8 hours in order to function. I was not one of those high functioning people that can just survive off of 5 hours of sleep. That's just not me. So add sleep deprivation in, because he literally, the first 2 months was feeding about every 2 to 2.5 hours. On top of that, he is colicky, or what they call now the purple crying period. You know, they like to give things fancy names. Your girl was asleep. I was literally walking around here like a walking zombie. My oldest son, I took him to pick up some glasses that he was getting, and I took my glasses off, I think for a second, for the people at the Vision Center to clean them. And he looked at me, he was like, "You're not getting much sleep, are you?" And I was like, "No, why?" He was like, "Because you have bags underneath your eyes." I was like, "Well, thank you, son. Thank you very much for that compliment." So, yeah, it has been rough with sleep deprivation and not being able to concentrate or focus long enough to like get tasks done. On top of that, you know, everyone is in the house, so there is no just waking up early and getting time by yourself like I did before I had my baby, because I just can't get up. I'm not getting up at 5 o'clock a.m. when I've only had like 3 hours of sleep, literally. So when everybody's up, and everybody needs my attention, so I'm being pulled left and right. And I'm wearing so many hats. Oh my gosh, during this pandemic period. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm just telling you guys, you know, how it is having a baby in a pandemic, and having a baby after almost 10 years, where you've had 10 years of freedom. Like, well, I shouldn't say 10 years, 6 years of freedom. Like, my kids were independent for the most part. And I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Yeah, things are different. Wearing the many hats. Literally, I'm mommy. I'm wife. What else? I'm daughter. I'm sister. I'm auntie. I am a short order cook, because nobody wants to eat the same thing. I'm a beautician. I'm a teacher. Yeah, those are the ones that I can think of right now. Like, I'm wearing all those hats multiple times a day, several times a week. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. It is hard. Now, I do keep this in perspective because, again, this is not my first rodeo. I completely understand. Oh, you know what? I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me hold that thought. Let's talk about like just being overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed because of all of those things that I just said, the many different hats that I have to wear. It's a lot. Like, the laundry alone is overwhelming. Now, I am so grateful my husband does the laundry. And when I say does the laundry, he takes the initiative to take the clothes out the dry, and take the clothes out of the dirty clothes, and to wash them, and to dry them, to hang the things that need to be hung up. But then all of those clothes end up on my bed and on the sofa that I'm sitting here. Matter of fact, I had to fold about 3 loads of clothing and make that bed up back there before I even could sit down and do this to record for you guys today. And just so you know, those things are not done every day. My bed is not made probably 6 out of the 7 days. There's no time for that. I have to get up running. And yes, sure, I could make some time, but right now it's just not important. Like, there's other things that are more important to me for a different season in my life. And that's what I was about to say. I understand that this is just a season. Again, this is not my first rodeo. I look back and this period that I'm having with my third child, I look back on how I spent it with my first and my second, and it was literally just making it. Like, I was just making it. And that's all fine and dandy to just make it, because let's be honest, most of us are just making it, especially when we have our kids at an earlier age in life. And I say in our 20s to early 30s, okay? You just are making it. You're trying to do the best that you can do. And you don't understand that you need to I shouldn't say all of us. Most of us don't understand that you should just really take it all in. Because we're juggling, a full-time job, being a spouse, being a first-time or second-time mom. It's a lot. So right now in this season of my life, I know even when it's hard, I know that it's going to be easier very soon, because you blink your eye and it's your infantry, or the child's infantry is over and they're a toddler. So I know that it will just all be a blur soon. So I know that in the moment, and that's really how I keep my sanity most days, because I can talk myself out of like jumping off of the cliff. It's going to be okay. It won't be like this tomorrow. It won't be like that every day. It won't be like this next month. I know that it all just happens so freaking fast. So those are the things that really I'm dealing with. My diet, I can go out and exercise now, and all I'm really doing is walking. I'm not dieting. I'm eating what I want to eat, and I get hungry because I'm breastfeeding. But I do have to pay attention to what I'm eating, so I'm bored with my food because the baby is colicky. So literally I can't have broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, any type of like collard greens, beans, anything that may possibly give him extra gas. I just don't eat it. So guess what? I have a lot of spinach and a lot of green beans and carrots. Boring. But it's just where I am right now in this season, because the baby comes first. So I apologize now if you guys see a lot of the same vegetables on my channel, because hey, I'm not going to make something just special for the channel that my family and I aren't going to eat. So what you see is literally what we're eating, and it's boring when it comes to the veggies. Now, I'm trying to spice things up a little bit with the meats, but I just really can't have a lot of things that are going to cause me to have gas and cause the baby to have gas. So that's how I'm doing. I am blessed and highly favored still. I am making it. I am happy. I'm not depressed. And when I say happy, I'm happy for the blessings that are in my life. I am not happy all the time, but I am not depressed. I'm not crying. I know those signs and those symptoms because I've low-key had to deal with them before. With my first 2 pregnancies, I am just able to stay grateful in the moment, which for you, those of you that may not know, gratitude goes a long way. It really helps you to put things in perspective, and that's what I try to do most days. Now, I have my bad days, but most of my days are great because I have a wonderful family. I have a loving husband. I have a mother that is here in the household with me that gives me relief, a sister that gives me relief, and children and a niece that also are all old enough to grab the baby and hold him and give me relief when I need it. So I am truly blessed when it comes to that, and I'm very grateful for that. Now, before I just jump off of here, I do want to at least tell you guys the tools that I am using for 2021 to really help me focus, to help me be as productive as I can be, which means sometimes I'm not productive, but I have systems in place that are really, they seem to be helping me for the new year, to really help me hone in on the things that I want to do, the things that I have to do, and just to keep me going. So I did start journaling, and honestly, the journaling is an outlet for me. And the best way I can describe it for all my Harry Potter fans out there, Team Gryffindor, when Dumbledore had the bowl and he had the wand and he would just pull thoughts out and put them in the bowl, that is honestly what journaling has done for me. It allows me to get the things out of my head so I can make room for other things that need to be in there and take in its place. So it allows me to free up space like a storage drive almost, so that I am not forgetting as much. So I'm not forgetting as much. Ooh, he burps like a grown man. So really it helps me to do that. It helps me to do it for my mental stability, because I have journaling prompts for the days that I need them. Just to kind of be a de-stressor. Prompts like, how do I see myself, or where do I see myself in, a month, 6 months, a year? So that helps me to think about my goals, the things or skills that I want to learn, what I'm good at, things like that, to just kind of, really help. So I'm doing that, and I try to do it every morning, or at least at some point throughout the day, because again, I don't always wake up and do my morning routine like I would like to, because some days that just isn't possible. And the second tool is my planner. Now, I've always been a planner girl. You guys have seen me do unboxings here. You've seen me do plans with me if you've been around long enough. But last year I didn't plan. I had a planner, but what was I planning for? I was pregnant in the middle of a pandemic. I wasn't going anywhere. And I also wasn't working because of a situation that happened right before the pandemic. So I say all that. I didn't plan anything. It was just like, make it up as you go. Well, this year I decided that I was going to buy myself another planner. But I wasn't going to go with my happy planner that I've had in the past, or an Erin Condren, because of the things that happened over the summer with the Black Lives Matter. So I don't want to get into that. However, I did a lot of research, and I ended up going with a Hobonichi Cousin 2021, and it has been amazing. Now, I definitely can do a separate video on the Cousin and why I am enjoying it, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. You guys let me know if that's something that you would like to see, because again, it is a tool. Like, I literally carry this thing around the house with me because it helps me get the things done that I need done on a daily basis and on a weekly basis. So y'all let me know if you would like to hear about it, because maybe if it's just one person out there that I might be able to help by referring you to a tool, then I am happy to do that, because we all have to stick together. And this YouTube thing is not easy whatsoever. It's a lot of help. And if I'm able to help just one person, again, with my meals, I am willing to do that. But I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. How many of my viewers out there are pregnant with their first, second, third? How many of you guys are what they call geriatric? Because believe it or not, that was my, what do they call it? That's what they call you on your charts when you are my age and pregnant. And it's all good. You know, treat me like a geriatric, because guess what? There were certain days that I really felt like I was. But how many of you guys are pregnant? How many guys are you? How many of you are happy, excited, surprised because you weren't expecting it? I would love to hear about it. We can talk about it in the comments, but I really appreciate you guys clicking on the video and really sitting down and listening to what I have to say in regards to how I am coping after the baby has been brought into this world. Oh, and before I go, the kids love him to death. They are a huge help. He loves them. He knows that those are his siblings, and they have been really, really helpful in this process as well. We are truly blessed to have baby Anderson with us, and I thank the Lord for him. So that's all I have to say for today. Definitely please share, like, and subscribe. Let's have those comments down. Let's have those conversations down in the comments section. And don't forget to follow me over on my Instagram at Shay's Country Kitchen. Until the next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.